presentation is going to cover the religion aspect of your, or portion of your test. It's going to be the shortest, but nonetheless just as important. There's going to be some important terms you're going to need to understand. You're going to need to know the differences between polytheistic and monotheistic religions, ethnic and universalizing religions, hierarchical and autonomous religions, and you're going to need to know the difference between a sect and a branch within a religion. So I know these are a lot of terms, but they're really simple to understand once you just go over them for a second. So a polytheistic religion is a religion that believes in more than one God, whereas a monotheistic religion is a religion that believes in one God. An example of polytheistic religion is Hinduism and paganism. And the three main monotheistic religions are Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. The best way to remember this is poly is greater than one, mono is one. Polytheistic religions believe in more than one God, whereas monotheistic religions believe in one God. So you're also going to need to know the difference between ethnic and universalizing religions. Two examples of ethnic religions are Judaism and Hinduism. And ethnic religions really are religions that most of its adherents or followers are within a particular ethnic group. So people don't really convert to these religions. They can, but it's just not a common practice. Whereas universalizing religions are more focused on beliefs as opposed to ethnicity. Examples of universalizing religions are Christianity and Islam. So you have people of multiple different ethnicities who follow these religions, whereas ethnic religions is primarily one ethnic group who follows that religion. Hinduism is the world's largest ethnic religion because they have hundreds of millions of people. I think they're up to 1 billion now. Christianity is the world's largest universalizing religion. Islam is about to overtake that. This is a picture of some Mormon missionaries. If any religion has missionaries who go out and spread the word or try to convert people, they are a universalizing religion because they're trying to convert people regardless of their ethnicity. Now, not all universalizing religions have missionaries, such as Islam. However, if a religion has missionaries, then it is a universalizing religion. So you're also going to need to know about the differences between hierarchical and autonomous religions. Hierarchical religions have a strong central authority who exercises a high degree of control over religious affairs, whereas autonomous religions are religions with no central authority. And what does that mean exactly? So a good example of a hierarchical religion would be Catholicism. Now this can be a little confusing because Protestantism, which is also a branch of Christianity, is not a hierarchical religion. And so what makes something a hierarchical religion? So a hierarchical religion requires an authority figure, the Pope in the Roman Catholics, in the Catholic Church's case, who exercises a high degree of control or absolute control. And as you can see in these pyramids here, right here is the Catholic Church, right here is the Mormon Church. You have these figures at top who have almost absolute authority, and they diffuse power downwards. And the people are down here, right here. But the most important thing is the power is concentrated at the top. Whereas a autonomous religion such as Islam or Protestantism does not have a central authority dictating religious affairs. So you're also going to need to know the difference between a sect and a branch. Now we use these terms interchangeably in society. However, as far as human geography is concerned, there are important differences that you need to know. This is Martin Luther pinning his 95 Theses on the Catholic or on the door of a Catholic church. And this is really the beginning. This is the beginning of Protestantism. So the split between Catholicism and Protestantism began right here with Martin Luther's 95 Theses. So so what that is that's a branch. Protestantism and Catholicism are branches of Christianity. And the two main branches within Islam are Shiism and Sunnism. And so Shiites are concentrated in the Middle East, whereas Sunnis are concentrated in the Middle East as well as North Africa and Indonesia. Sunnis are by far the most predominant uh, Islamic branch. Islamic branch. So these are the different branches of Christianity. This is really confusing. The only thing I want you to concentrate on is the Roman Catholic Church right here, the Eastern Orthodox, and Protestantism. These are the three main branches of Christianity. Now, the easiest way to understand the difference between a branch and a sect when looking at this is thinking about Protestantism within the United States. Think about all the different churches under that, the different denominations. You have Baptists, Lutherans, Episcopalians, Pentecostal, all sorts of different sects underneath Protestantism. So the differences between a branch and sect. A branch has a large fundamental division within a religion, whereas a sect is a relatively small group that has broken away from the established church. So just remember, branch, large fundamental division; sect, a relatively small group that has broken away from the established church. So for the test, you're also going to need to know about Christianity in the Americas. So in the United States, Protestantism is the predominant religious or Christian branch, whereas in the rest of the Americas, it's Catholicism. Here's a map of the world. This is the percentage of Catholics. So as you can see, most of South and Central America is Catholic. Same with Europe and Sub-Saharan Africa, or some parts of Sub-Saharan Africa. But the United States is predominantly Protestant. So, and where are Catholics clustered in the United States? And, well, they're predominantly clustered in the Northeast and the Southwest. And why is that? So this is a map of the percentage of Catholics within the United States. So you have a clustering in the Southwest here, and that's primarily because of there's a large Hispanic population in the Southwest. And most Hispanics are Catholic. And then in the Northeast right here, and really why they're concentrated up here are remnants of colonialism and other things. But the easiest way to remember the Northeast is think about like all the Catholic schools that you hear about in the United States, and they're concentrated in the Northeast. And this is the opposite of that map. This shows the concentration of Protestants, and as you can see, they're right here, and in the Midwest, and as you can see in the Northeast and the Southwest, there's way less Protestants. So, and here's a graphic of the religious affiliation of Hispanics, and as you can see, most Hispanics are Catholic. Now, for Protestantism, Baptists are the largest group of Protestants in the United States, and they are concentrated in the South, right here. These are Baptists. You're going to need to know this for the church or for the test. The Baptists are the largest denomination within Protestantism in the United States, and they are located in the South. So here is a table of the different religious affiliations within the United States, and as you can see, Protestants outnumber Catholics almost 2 to 1, and the next largest group are people with no religious identity right here. So this is important for the test as well. You're going to need to understand about religion and conflict. This is just a map of the different religions throughout the world. You have yellow is Christianity, green is Islam. You have Hinduism right here, and then you have Buddhism and other Indian or Asian religions as well. And this is again a map of Christianity. Not just this includes both Protestantism and Catholicism, and as you can see, the Americas, Europe, Russia, and Sub-Saharan Africa, as well as Australia, are the predominant or the areas where Christianity is represented the most. So Jerusalem, you're going to need to understand why there is conflict in Jerusalem for the test. Now, this topic is incredibly complex, and it deserves way more attention than what I'm about to do or give it. But for the test, you you're just going to need to know a few different things. So this is the old city of Jerusalem, and as you can see, there's 4 different quarters. You have the Muslim quarter, the Christian quarter, the Armenian quarter, and the Jewish quarter. So that in itself um, would give evidence as to why there is conflict within Jerusalem. But really, as far as the test is concerned, you're going to need to understand that religious sites are literally built on top of other religious sites. And so what does that mean? Like, so if you look right here, you have the Dome of the Rock, which is a Muslim holy site, and then it is built on the Temple Mount, which is located within the remnants of the ancient Jewish temple. So what that means, this is the Dome of the Rock, the Islamic mosque, and this is the Western Wall, the most holiest site in all of Judaism. So now this is also called the Wailing Wall, and as you can see, the Dome of the Rock is built directly on the grounds of or the remnants of the old Jewish temple. And so this is what remains of the Jewish temple, this wall right here. So as far as the test is concerned, you're going to need to know that religious holy sites are built literally on top of each other, and that is a major source of conflict. So you should also know about sectarian violence. It won't be on the test, but sectarian violence refers to violence between different branches of religion, and this is an example of how we use in society, how we use sectarian and branches interchangeably. And an example of this would be what you see in the Middle East nowadays, in current times, between the Shias and the Sunnis, and what you saw in Europe during the 16th century between the Catholics and the Protestants, and that's called sectarian violence. So you're also going to need to know about the role religion plays in some governmental affairs. Within the former Soviet Union, a communist state, churches were allowed, but they only played a limited role in daily life, and that's because the Soviet Union was a communist state, and communism really replaces the church as the central authority within people's lives. You're definitely going to need to know that for the test. You won't need to know this, but this is important to know. Understand what the idea of what a theocracy is, and a theocracy is a government, is a religious government. It's a government that has been structured around a particular religious ideology. And Iran and Saudi Arabia are good examples of theocracies. For the test, you're going to need to know about Ireland and the conflicts going on, or the conflict that has been going on there for some time, the role religion plays in that. So you have Northern Ireland right here, and it's part of the UK. It's geographically part of Ireland, but politically part of the UK. And a major reason for that is because Northern Ireland has almost a completely different culture than the rest of Ireland. You have all these Protestants concentrated up north, whereas you have all these Catholics within the rest of the country, and that is really the primary source of the conflict going on there, and a major reason why the Irish living in Northern Ireland want to remain part of the UK, or why the people in Northern Ireland want to remain part of the UK. Also, for the test, you're going to need to know about some particular religious practices, religious taboos. A religious taboo is a practice that is absolutely forbidden within a religion. So consumption of pork would be an example within Judaism and Islam. It is absolutely forbidden to consume pork. Same with, conversely, in Hinduism, you can't consume beef. A lot of taboos revolve around foods and other, and definitely a lot of activities, but the primary one you're going to need to know for the test is taboos surrounding foods. You're also going to need to know about how different religious groups care for their dead. In the Western world, we really utilize burial, whereas in the Eastern world, cremation is more predominant. So you're going to need to know that for sure. Cremation is utilized in Hinduism, whereas burial is utilized in Christianity and other Western societies, or in all of the Western world Um, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. And all right.